Hello Aquarius, how you guys doing? Welcome to your weekly reading with me. Let's dive straight in and see what's going on for you guys, okay? For my gorgeous Aquarians, let's get one of these for you for the week ahead. Okay, you have nurture. I think Cancer signs had this. All right, so nurture says nurture others and also yourself. So Spirit's wanting you to bring that in for you guys this week, to have a nurturing approach to things. She's got an animal here, so maybe you guys are doing something with animals or children or just people in general, or just giving your loving energy to others. But let's dive a little bit deeper into why they want you to focus on that this week for you. Aquarius, let's see. For Aquarius, one of these, did it just flip? No, it didn't. Ooh, yin is literally, by the way, you have yang on the bottom of the deck too. So yin and yang, interesting. All about self-love and the flow, and the yang is more of the, so this is like the emperor and the empress, knowing when to go with the flow, listen to your body, step into more of your sensuality and all that kind of stuff. And then there's a time for action and planning and structure and routine and discipline. You know, it's like kind of a mixture of both. So you have yin and co-create. That's gorgeous, because number one, this is about the more that you do things that you love to do, right? And do more loving things, more nurturing things, the more that nurturing and loving things come your way, right? So if you want love, then you got to love yourself first. Well, you don't have to, but you know, it's the best way to be. So that you keep your independence, that you keep, so that you don't, you know, yeah, I'm not going to go into it. It's just the best way to be, really. And it helps you to attract in love, of course, as well, because when you are showing up as your best version of yourself, you can attract really great people, and people see that. People are more attracted to that. So I wonder if that's something for you guys too, if in terms of love, but just energy in general. And because you have co-create here too, this is all about you and spirit and the universe working together, okay, to bring something to life. And because we have an egg here, something will be brought to life, whether it be because you have nurture and yin, very empress energy, who's pregnant, so you guys could be bringing that to life. But you can also be bringing to life just any kind of dream or goal that you desire, right? You're nurturing something, you're giving to it what it needs to grow, right? So whatever it is, that's important. We don't just need an idea, we have to nurture it, right? We have to love that idea. We have to feel that that idea is I don't know, it just feels like bringing love into a dynamic or a goal is important. Interesting. But just remember, this egg is a reflection of you. So again, make sure that you are showing up as something that you want to attract. So clearly is a message for some of you. If it's love, if it's abundance, right? You have to be all about abundance and believe that you're deserving of it in order for it to come your way. Why? Because sometimes things don't always look as what they seem. Wait, what? They don't always what's that phrase, guys? It's early in the morning. I've been struggling lately, but it's like things are not always as they seem, basically. So it may look like it's not going to bring you abundance, but it is. Or somebody might give you false promises or something like that. And if you don't love yourself enough to have certain boundaries or standards, then that person may look like God's gift, right? But they're not. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like the more that you love yourself, the more that you're going to have some standards in life, and the more that you're never going to settle. And I feel like that's the energy coming through. The more that you nurture yourself, the higher your standards, the more deserving you become, or aware of your deservingness, and therefore you're going to actually not just attract goals, but when it comes your way, you're not going to miss out on an opportunity because you're going to see it for what it is. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. I'm like not very good at explaining today, but there we go. Let's dive in a little bit more. I do have some more cards for you, so let's put these together. You're definitely co-creating something though, so whatever that is that you're working on with spirit to bring to life, it feels very good. You could, of course, be co-creating with others. Look at this energy. You have the thinking woman. Just be aware there is envy under here. So just make sure that you're not envious of others, and just be aware of people who are envious of you. Because we have nurture here, I do want you to have a compassionate point of view, even if it's somebody else. If it's you, completely normal, by the way, to feel envious. All that it is like a feeling of lack and undeservingness, right? A feeling that success that you're feeling envious about, that person's life, oh, I really wish I could have that life, like, ugh, why do I never have those things? Is, you know, you're looking at it from an outsider's point of view. Be in that, be one with that, and be inspired by it, because somebody's success is just showing you what you're capable of achieving too. You just have to find the way, right? So a lot of messages coming through for you, Aquarius. People can be envious of you too, and again, have compassion, because that person clearly does not feel like they're able to have the things you're having. So I mean, it depends. Keep your distance though, just saying. Anyway, you have the thinking woman, which does feel like it's your energy because you are showing up as the yin right now. So you will be having the yang soon, which I feel like is you taking actions on things that you're thinking and planning and prepping for right now, which is interesting. I guess that's the action, and this is the self-love, the soothing, the healing. You are having the thinking woman though, so this tells me that you are really diving into information, right? You could be reading more books, you could be studying more things, or you could just really have an active brain right now, Aquarius. The door is open, and let me just go shut that door. Like, I walked into this room and started recording with the door open. That's so unlike me. Anyways, like, it just freaked me out because I was like, I thought I heard something, and then I look and the door's open, so I thought someone was trying to come in to talk with me, but no one's there. That's weird. Anyways, so yeah, they're the thinking woman, very Mercury ruled, very your headspace. You could just have a lot of ideas, a lot of things or to think about. This could also be somebody else around you who's giving you ideas, right? They could be the thinking woman here. It could be a friend giving you some advice here. I'm hearing spreading knowledge or gaining knowledge. So that could be, you could be learning new things, right? Anyway, let's dive into other messages for you, Aquarius. Let's see what else is going on for you guys within this week, shall we? It feels like you're getting ready. You're getting ready, right? For Aquarius. Oh, one more. Oh God, there's so many. Let's do them one by one, shall we? So you have success being here. Well, amazing. So there is that. You also have, if I can pick it up, dolphin. So this says financial gain, usually coming from something that you did in the past. There is this fly, which says a period of ill health or depression. That could be someone around you or yourself. Okay. You then have wishbone. So a wish will be granted this week. Mountain, this is a crazy time for you guys. It just feels like you're getting a mixture of everything. This is major challenge to overcome. You do have parrot, and this says someone will gossip about all your secrets. So just be aware of who you're talking to at this time. Again, somebody could be envious of you. Just to mention, like, I don't feel when these cards come in, you have to take what they're saying with a bit of a grain of salt, right? So and whenever this card comes in, I don't think someone's going to gossip about all of your secrets, but because you have envy here and a thinking woman, I don't know, it could be a certain somebody who is a little bit jealous of you, right? And maybe they are going to be speaking about your life to others, right? It may not be your secrets, it could just be speaking about yourself, right? Oh, like, look at Aquarius, like, who do they think they are? They're doing this, like, they just almost need validation from other people, right? And I do feel like whoever is jealous of you is actually inspired by you, which is why I feel like Spirit's saying to nurture, to come at it with a compassionate point of view, because it feels like this person is inspired by you, but because they don't have, it's not giving them excuses either. You know, you don't need to let this person in your life, or you could cut them out if you don't want to be around that energy. It's just about understanding that where they're coming from is not a you problem, it's a they problem, right? It's more of a sense of they feel lack in their life. And usually when people gossip, it's because they really need validation that they're doing something right in their life, right? Or they want somebody to affirm how they feel in some way because they're insecure, whatever it is. So just be aware with parrot, parrots repeat things. So again, if you don't want something repeated, just be aware of who you're speaking to. Okay. You then have hat, and this says you'll be playing a different role. And then you have lily, which says spiritual love. Because that came on top of co-create, it does look like the lily here in spiritual love feels like it's to do with the spirit being around you. So maybe you have an angel in spirit who's there helping you, co-creating with you to bring something to life here. All right, let's dive into our tarot then. A lot of things coming up for you guys, incredible amount of things, and it feels a bit 50-50, right? Let's see what's going on for you guys. I wonder if your biggest challenge is the mind. I feel like I just heard that in my head. Okay. What's the overall energy for this week for Aquarius, please, Spirit? The Hanged Man and Strength. Gorgeous energy. I want to dive a bit deeper into that. So an Emperor being here, major arcana cards here. So the Hanged Man so you are going to be ready to go into that yang energy, all about creation and new environments, new beginning, action, right? Ambition, all that good stuff. I feel like for right now, you're balancing this yin and yang energy, and it's important because Strength card to me is the yin and yang. It's like there is so much strength in both of these energies. They're both just as powerful as each other, even though they look completely different. You know, there is strength in vulnerability, and not a lot of people will say that, but it's true. Like to be vulnerable is a huge strength. To be in a flow of life, to listen to your body, to be in the divine feminine, whatever it is, to be compassionate, to be nurturing, it requires a lot of strength. Being in the lion, I mean, this isn't easy. Society looks at the masculine energy a lot as the strongest, right? Because it seems like it asserts itself. It's all about survival and providing, and just like a lion, it's like marking out territory in a way, you know, standing up for yourself. There is strength in that too, but there's so much strength in seeing things from a compassionate point of view, from understanding someone's soul. And I wonder if that's how you're looking at life, even if it's yourself, nurturing yourself, coming at situations with a nurturing point of view. Because the Hanged Man is here, it does look like it's about observing your surroundings, or what's going on in your life, or what's happened in your life, or the people who've been in your life or are in your life, however it is for you. I feel like you're looking at it from a specific perspective, a nurturing one though, and there's strength in that. So the Hanged Man is all about looking at life through a different lens, right? From a different perspective. That's why he's upside down. However you got in that position is different for everybody. Sometimes life makes everything stagnant, and this is your opportunity to observe rather than to act, to heal, to gain your strength, to become aware of your strength, maybe even as well. All right. Okay. Yeah, they're just showing me things that, you know, even kindness is a strength too, especially when you've been through a lot. And I feel like they're wanting you to see that side of yourself. But anyway, let's clarify this. Let's dive a bit deeper into it. Why is the Hanged Man here? The Two of Wands. So you are definitely observing life, but you're definitely looking at what you want for your future here. Okay, this Two of Wands kind of similar. I wonder if you're changing your goals, or you're thinking about your goals differently, because the Two of Wands, yes, you're feeling stuck, but this is a really good time to think and plan about where you want to go. Because the world is your oyster here. It's a lot of possibilities and outcomes out there in the world for you. So this is a really good card for looking into the horizons, looking into your future and into the world around you, and thinking about where you want to go next. So even if things are stagnant right now, this is a really good time to co-create. All right. And why is the Strength card here? Hierophant. Marrying these two energies together is what it feels like. But of course, the Hierophant is about your commitment too. So if you are in a relationship, it's a strong one. If you're not, maybe you're about to be, but this is also about your beliefs too, okay? Certain traditions or beliefs. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you are connecting to your spirituality a little bit more, or connecting to your beliefs a bit more here as well. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper into that. Let's see what else is going on for you then. Let's see what's going on in your energy specifically, Aquarius. Okay, let's see. In the energy of Aquarius, can we get a overall energy for them? The Hermit. Wow, lots of introspection. Wow, so much wisdom with that energy. Because the Hermit, by the way, I have to pull out the Mountain here. Major challenge to overcome the Mountain. The Hermit climbs the mountain, so it's ironic that this is here. You have to climb a mountain, or are climbing a mountain, a challenge, you know, whatever it is, to really kind of gain insight and awareness to the path that you have walked and where you are heading. The Hermit is also about your higher self. So maybe you guys are connecting to your higher self, but because it's in your energy, you're coming across as if you are your higher self already. Maybe you already have climbed the mountain, right? You've overcome a very big challenge. You're getting to the top here, of where you're able to see things clearly. The Hermit is all about spending time in your own energies. Maybe you are feeling like you want to be alone a little bit more, to connect with yourself, to connect with your higher self, to connect with spirit source, but to connect with your purpose maybe even as well. I wonder if you've been through like a dark night of the soul here, but it does feel like you're coming out of it, or have recently, because it's a place of wisdom. So the Thinking Woman and the Hermit makes sense. You guys are really analyzing things, like very strong Virgo energy and Gemini. So Mercury is all about analyzing and thinking. It's all about information. But in this case, it's also about wisdom. You don't just know things, right, Aquarius? You have walked the path of knowledge. I'm hearing you gained the lessons here. You're very aware, at least in this week anyway. You're coming through as a teacher, a mentor, So maybe that's a good purpose for you guys too. Let's see. Right, let's clarify this for you. Why is the Hermit showing up in Aquarian's energy? I don't know. Hermit. Let's see. You have Ace of Wands. I feel like up on this mountain here, you're getting an idea. Okay, I feel like you're actually getting a goal. So I wonder if you've been a bit goalless lately, or maybe you've not taken action on it anyways, or it didn't inspire you, because the Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning. Sometimes it's relocation. It's in your energy. So you're getting a spark. I feel like it's because you're at this mountain, you've gained wisdom, you're gaining insight and awareness. It's sparking something in you, and it's to do with a goal. It's a new beginning. It could be a new career, could be a new idea, could be a new place to go to, whatever it is. It feels really good for your future though. I quite like it. So this work that you're doing on yourself, basically is what I'm saying, is sparking something about your future. Interesting. Let's dive into potentially a challenge for you guys then. What is a potential challenge or obstacle that you might face within this week? The Fool. Taking a leap of faith, I guess. Starting a new journey is a challenge for you. It's a good card. I would also say that don't be too naive. Okay, that's something important with the Fool. Sometimes we can be super optimistic and that's fine, or super trusting and that's fine, but just with the Fool being in a challenge position, I would say it's a good idea to make sure fully that wherever you're being a little bit reckless or fun or taking any risks, that you're doing it because it's where you feel guided to go, not just because it's on a whim. Okay, something may seem like a good idea and you're like, oh, let's go here then, let's do it spontaneously, and it, you never know where it's going to lead you. So with a Fool is great for being a bit risky with life, taking a step into the unknown where you feel guided to go. So let's clarify it so I can understand why it's in a challenge position. Usually I always say when good cards are in a challenge position, it could just be that you're feeling challenged to do this, right? It could be scary still. So it's about overcoming that. Especially if you're in a situation that you want to change, the Hangman could just be that you're in a position in life where that's uncomfortable, that you don't really like it and you feel a bit stuck here. But again, it could be giving you insights into giving you the strength to take a leap of faith, I wonder. Start a new journey. But let's see. Why is the Fool in a challenge position? The Lovers, about choices. Okay. The Fool. A lot of major arcana cards, guys. What the frig? This is a huge energy for you. The Fool in a challenge position. One more. Interesting. Again, with that being here, don't assume, don't rush decisions, okay? When they come with truth. Sorry, my angels, someone was at the door. Okay, so I'm gonna not remember what I just said, but I'm gonna remember what the cards were saying here as well. So forget what I was just saying. Let's go back over it again. So the Fool card being in a challenge position, about a leap of faith, as I was actually saying with the Knight of Swords, I remember now, I don't want you to rush into anything, okay? Especially when it comes down to maybe there might be some missing information, because the Knight of Swords rushes in with so much determination. It's great, right? His attitude. However, because he's rushing too fast, he's missing information. You never know what can come across your path here. So I would say with that being in a challenge position, don't rush it, because you have the Lovers and the Ace of Swords. It definitely feels like there is some sort of truth coming in, some enlightenment coming in, a very important decision, which I do feel like you're going to make the right one, but just don't rush into it, okay? Because the Three of Swords is here as well. I wonder if for some of you, you've had a challenged relationship, there's some communication coming in that's going to set you free in some way. The Three of Swords being heartache, pain, or it could just be anything. It doesn't have to be romantically for it to break your heart, right? If you take a leap of faith and you feel like, oh, I'm being guided here, I'm going to do it right now, I really want it. And you take a risk by jumping to a conclusion or rushing the timing, then it could backfire a little bit. But the Lovers is all about choices, and the Ace of Swords is about victory and a brand new beginning and clarity. So make sure that you're clear in your decision making, because it's big. Another major arcana card for you guys is big. Whatever decisions you guys are making right now is huge. Okay, so especially when it comes down to love interest too, you guys need to make better decisions on your love interests. Don't just rush into it. Like I was saying, like the fool is like, oh, this guy, you put your heart in your sleeve and it's like, I'm ready. This is the love of my life. I knew it was going to come. But you didn't even let them speak, right? You didn't even get to know them properly before you just run all in. So in a way, the fool is great. It's admirable, right? To be a child and to just take life as a big old adventure is great. But of course, along the way, we do make quite naive decisions. So I do feel like you're understanding that, hopefully. That's your challenge, though, this week, is to get clear on somebody first. Take your time with it, but most importantly, take your time with your decisions too. Okay, and when you are certain, then your challenge is to take that leap of faith, right? Let's dive in a little bit more. Let's see what's going on in your external world then, shall we? For you, Aquarius, what's going on around you at this time? The Lovers, so big choices, okay? Of course, it can also be relationships as well. That could be the case for you guys here too. Let's see. Let's clarify it. The Lovers. One more for the Lovers. Okay, King of Wands could be dealing with a fire sign. Six of Swords. So this is about you moving on. I wonder if that's the choice that you're making here. Again, the way that this will resonate for everyone will be different. The Lovers can be a choice for some of you. For others of you, it will be a relationship. So King of Wands, Six of Swords is about moving towards calmer waters. And the King of Wands is all about your ability to adapt, okay? And to pivot, okay? And this does look good. I do feel like you are maybe changing your external surroundings. Maybe you're making a decision to move. Maybe you've kind of been left with no choice a little bit here. Maybe you're moving away from a partner. I don't know. I'm not necessarily feeling a breakup per se. So that's up to you how it comes across in your life here. I feel like mainly this is about your decision making to move forward, right? To make the right decisions. And then King of Wands is super ambitious, right? Which I love. I think that this is what you're thinking about because the Hermit came through with the Ace of Wands. So you're getting an idea. Maybe there is travel to move to a different place, you know, to do something different with your life or to just go towards a place that you feel guided to go. So Six of Swords. It's a journey. It's a journey, and we have to kind of make sure we're in a position of leadership in our life with the King of Wands to make these decisions, right? It's interesting. Let's see a bit more. Okay, let's see a bit more. For some of you, I mean, you could be attracting somebody who's like a bit of a long distance thing or someone who will be coming to travel to see you. King of Wands, I'm hearing the words, if they wanted to, they would. And I really feel like you're understanding that, even if it's to do with yourself. If you really wanted something, you would go out your way to make sure that it happens, right? To pivot, even if you meet a blockage, or okay, that doesn't work out. That's the strength of the King of Wands, is he's like, okay, it didn't work, let's do something else. Doesn't allow it to get to him. So with your decision making as well, that's really something they want you to incorporate in this new year, is to pivot. Don't be afraid when something gets blocked a little bit here. Okay, let's go to the next thing. Be the thinking woman, right? Think on your feet, okay? Let's see what's going on in your inner world. Okay, this layout is bugging me because they just move and I move them with my hands and it just doesn't look super neat. All right, in the inner world of Aquarius, High Priestess and the Page of Wands. So remember how the Ace of Wands came with the Hermit? You're showing up as a Hermit and a High Priestess. My goodness, are you connecting to your spirit guides and yourself, most importantly? Page of Wands being here in your inner world is good in a sense, and it does feel like you're feeling more creative, right? There's clearly a flame coming into your world at this time, like into your life. This flare, this passion for something. And Page of Wands is adding that creativity, right? Allowing yourself to be creative. Maybe for some of you, you could really benefit from learning a new hobby, right? Maybe getting your hands dirty in something like gardening, or I feel like specifically your hands getting dirty. I wonder what that is. Painting, you know, or anything. I don't know. Whatever the hobbies are that you feel guided to do it. And the High Priestess as well being here is all about your intuition. So this being what's going on in your inner world, you're taking action, intuitive action on what your inner child is saying, or in a creative part of yourself is guiding you to go, if that makes any sense. I think you're healing your inner child here in general. with the things that you're doing now, you know? So be a bit of a beginner, right? Be more adventurous, but that's already what's going on in your inner world. So let's see, let's clarify this. Why is the Page of Wands here in the inner world of Aquarius? Interesting. Because the Five of Swords is in reverse here, which is about conflict. Okay, and it came up on top of co-create here. So in a way, I feel like it's about, okay, maybe there is some areas of your life where you're having to accept some defeats here, because that could be what it is. You're choosing to let that go and have that flare back in your life again. You know, you've learned the lesson. You don't have to dwell in it anymore. Like that hermit almost, like you've climbed the mountain to get over something. You're getting over the mountain. Okay. And because of this, you've gained some sort of spark. And I wonder if it's like, okay, you've counted your losses, but let's count the win in this. Why did it guide you? What did it give to you in the end? Or with co-creates, Page of Wands, it could just be, again, like just moving past some sort of conflict or falling out in some way or some defeat with a childlike point of view and perspective. Let's get one more for that, because that's kind of challenging for me. Page of Wands in your inner world. I was going to say nurturing your inner child, because that word came to mind again, and then the Empress came here, which is again like nurturing yourself. So I wonder if that's it, like self-soothing. Right, let's adjust myself here. I like to sit on my legs. Like I never can sit in a chair properly. Like I've got to squish myself like a cat into the chair. Okay, so the Empress coming through, which is the mother, right? It's the mother in the tarot, but it's also about that egg too. So it kind of makes sense with the co-create card. I'm just a bit stumped here. So let me know what you guys think about this combination, because the Empress knows her worth, right? She is bringing something to life. And I wonder if that's what it is for you. It's about, it's like, it's time to let some things go where you felt defeated, so that you can really attract in the things, you know, you, as I said with the cheetah, what you are is what you're attracting here with that egg. The same with okay, so it's also what you're consuming, and I don't just mean that in terms of like food. I mean that also maybe with things online, because they're showing me like a mother, like what she eats is beneficial for the baby. Like, so what you are exposing yourself to, you're thinking about, is going into this baby too. Like, I don't mean that to do with pregnancy, I mean that to do with your goals. It's really weird. I'm seeing like an umbilical cord attached to you in a manifestation, which is so weird. So just be mindful. Like, I feel like that's what they're saying here. Like, don't dwell too much on this. Like, let's co-create. Let's create something different. Okay? Like, there's a lot about moving on and making, you know, not allowing like rejection or defeat in any way or conflicts to get the best of you, because there's so much more out there for you. But let's see, this is your inner work. So letting go of anything that has second guessed your worthiness and your love and your nurturing energy, anything that's made you feel maybe a bit like, oh, I wish I never loved somebody that much. I wish I never put that much energy into something. It's almost like saying it says a lot about you. It says more about you than that person. You know, the fact that you gave love and you were nurturing to others says a lot about your giving nature. Okay, so give that to yourself, right? Anyway, let's see what the, hold on. Okay, sorry guys. Right, the camera turned off here. Let's get one for the High Priestess then. High Priestess, please, Spirit. The Lovers again. Your choices. And the Ace of Swords. Whether it be communication or whether it be just some sort of enlightenment and truth about a choice, is really being guided by your intuition at this time. Like, you are able to see things clearly, and if you don't, you need to take some time with yourself for a little bit, like that hermit is, because it really does feel like this combination is coming up a lot. High Priestess, your intuition, your knowledge, the veil is thin. The Ace of Swords, you're gaining truth, you're gaining clarity, you're gaining a new beginning. The Lovers, a choice or a love interest, but it's with nurturing here. So you're being called to nurture something. Okay, well, let's look at some advice then, because I feel like I'm just repeating myself here. The same cards are coming up a lot. Let's see. What is the advice then that you have for Aquarius? Two of Swords. Make the decision. Don't delay it any longer, which is interesting because I don't want you to rush. let's see what this is, because the Two of Swords can be closing yourself off. Because it's in the reverse, I feel like I don't want you to do that thing. Let's see what that is, because that's a bit confusing. Two of Swords here in reverse as an advice. Justice. Like, that feels like karma and balance. And that's also about balance too, with the Six of Pentacles. I wonder if you're like close to completely starting something new, which I do feel like you're doing anyway. But like for some of you in a specific situation, I wonder if this nurturing energy, like I don't want you to give up on something and just neglect it. I want you to nurture it to life. Like the same with a plant. Like I'm always seeing it like that. Of course, it may not be a plant in your life. It may be an actual area of your life. They're saying like, they're just bin it, nurture it back to life because it's still alive. There is still something here. Don't give up. It's like, it takes some time. I wonder if that's what it's about. Like your choices are important and they really want you to start focusing on more nurturing choices. So there's something about a balance here. I wonder if it's about karma. All right. Or I wonder if it's about like what you're giving to others here, because the water is a new beginning. So again, it is a new energy that you're creating through some sort of giving, nurturing nature. I wonder if what is this? And a justice, again, balance, truth. So why would it be with the Two of Swords reversed? In the upright, it's about listening to your intuition, which we've seen is you're already doing to make a decision, right? And I always say, usually this is a card of sacrifice. In order to choose one thing, we have to let go of the other. In order to have one new beginning, we have to let go of the other, especially with options. But the fact is, reverse as advice, I would immediately say when this card comes in, it's like it's time to not delay something anymore. No longer procrastinate. Just go with your gut. And maybe that is a message, but because we had this like don't be impulsive coming up, it's kind of stunting me a little bit. I guess there's a bit of a balance here, right? Don't be impulsive, but take action on your gut feeling, okay? Does that make sense? I wonder if the Fool is in other areas of your life, you know. My angels, I hope this has made sense to you, and apologies for all the distractions, and like I feel like it's made me go a bit in loops here, so I appreciate your kindness and nurturing towards me and your patience here. Let me know how this resonated with you, and if it did, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right.